Hello everyone, this is Shadow Dragon recording again from the test server. So we do have episode 38 Wonderverse up now. So we'll take a first look at that. But if you want to get a preview of some of the content as well as the styles, check out the live stream in the description below. But we'll get a first look at the open world. And let me go ahead and see if I could replay this.
Friend, please help. Gods raid Themyscira and I am joined by Amazons from other worlds. I have been trying to reach their Wonderland, but the chaos is too thick. I need someone who can help bring even the gods to task. It's not the same Themyscira.
So let's see, it should be in the warp menu, although I want to look for it in the watchtower. Patchwork Themyscira. So it's probably going to be somewhat like time-torn Area 51, where like you cross over barriers and you'll see like Themyscira of different Earth. So for my previous tests with the lasso, we should be pretty much set up for the beginning of this episode. Okay, so the new portal is on the east side of the monitor room. Let's see what this vendor has. This looks like one of the redone Amazon suits. I am not going to show these in this video though, because I want to keep my CR minimum. That way it'll be a true test. So supposedly this open world is a bit different because they're going to be like open missions rather than the usual dailies. Like we'll still have those. And there's Mermaid. So let's see, we have one question mark. So Wonder Woman is probably going to open up like a ton of other quests.
The bombardments, the raids, all the chaos traces back to the breaking of the Source Wall. Clearly we must repair the Source Wall, and that will mean besting the gods themselves. An impossible task if not for people like you. You are someone I trust, and I need you in a time when even Athena herself has betrayed me. If you come across other Wonder Women, invite them to meet.
Whoa.
I'm grateful that Nubia allows my small Argus presence here.
Okay, so Steve Trevor gave us... He's probably the free marks guy.
No selfish god, new god, or bloodthirsty mortal see victory
So Wonder Woman is the open world mission. The supporting Amazons also got redone.
Ares attempts to harry our weakest
More colorful
of the
armor.
magical creatures.
Let's see if we can determine if these are weekly or daily. Okay, that looks like a daily. But that 30 counter might be going with like what they did in Birds of Prey, where it's like a point system.
Imperial Atlanteans clamor for Queen Diana's blood.
Yeah, that's another one with a 30 counter.
This Hydra will test the mettle of every warrior.
Defeat Hydra. Okay, that's a group. And then we've got one in here.
Agents of Apocalypse must pay for their trespass. See to it.
So it seems pretty simple. It's just defeat. That sounds like defeat 30 different ads, and each commander has a different faction that they're going for. Let's go back and take a look at some of these costumes. Okay, that's an old one. Except the hair. The hair is new. Minotaur has an old costume. Yeah, this one is new. And Adonia looks like she's redone, as well as these guys. Okay, looks like there's one more exclamation point. How do I get to that? She looks like she's redone also.
The gods would prey on us to bolster themselves. Show them how this brave fights.
Oh, that's another 30.
Here's a lesson in Amazon justice.
Okay, it should be interesting to see how these counters go, because that seems pretty high initially. But let's just follow the first one, and we'll see how that goes. Artifact cache. Okay, so that's probably the 3 artifacts. Oh no, it's just nth metal. Alright, following the first arrow. How do we get out? Okay, so this is like a base camp, this whole building here. I don't recognize this, but I don't know, sometimes they start you in the middle of an existing place, so it kind of looks unfamiliar. But we actually have like a large portion of Themyscira if you combine like the maps from the previous episodes. Like, it's probably enough for an open world, which is why Amazon Fury was kind of odd that they held it in Gotham. So this is sort of like the first true Amazon Fury, because it's actually in Themyscira. Whoa. Okay, well, since our first mission says Olympian Invasion, so let's go there. So let's see how this point system goes. Okay, the ads are 1, and the rescue gives us 1 also. Okay, so the big guy gives us 3. I do like this system better that we saw in Birds of Prey. There were actually probably a couple of other episodes that had it also, and we probably didn't notice. Like New Genesis was also formatted that way, where you had like some general things that weren't random, and then you could do different things if you wanted to. So this is even more organized than Birds of Prey, because each mission has like its own zone.
Oh no, you do not.
What happens if I grab this first?
We can use our magic to close their lead to our world.
Looks like she's probably going to close this portal. Although what I'm curious about is, what if I didn't interact with that? Could I just farm that portal for 30? let's take a look at this place for a bit. Now, if they were to reuse a place, it would be Themyscira divided. Like, that was the largest portion of the Themyscira map, but I don't think this is it. Of course, I don't actually remember it that well either. Back then, I wasn't really farming the alerts that much, so... But yeah, if you look at the Themyscira maps on like the duos, the alerts, and even the base camp area, that's basically all the same map, but we only had access to portions of it for each instance. Alright, let's warp back, or let's see where the rally point is. Alright, so the rally point brings you back all the way to the start. Let's do one of the other 30 counters. Where's that room with the portals? Okay, so we want Atlantean. Patchwork hub. Oh, Flashpoint Atlantean, okay.
Thank you, stranger.
I'm going to fly over these a bit, just so we could have a look at the area. Okay, so this is also a portion
My sisters in arms are still oblivious
of
to
that
the
map.
threat from their own native
I
sea.
wonder if they're
I wish
connected.
I could show them the depths of Atlantean treachery, but I worry how much I
Like,
can
what
trust
happens if I
over
reach
Wonder
there?
Woman. After all, I was not immune to Atlantean deception, and I must assume the other Wonder Women share my same foolish trust. Godship Joanna certainly is too far gone. She actually considers me like her first love. Is opening their eyes even possible?
Assassin. For Atlantean, we shall have our revenge. I will weather the storm. Follow the blow.
Are they actually connected? Oh, that thing does damage. And then it heals. Okay, so this is crossing over into the Apokoliptian area. So the whole map is connected. Those portals are just shortcuts. So we saw something like that in Metal Gotham. Okay, let me go back and finish the Atlantean one, and then we can just go straight to Apocalypse. So when you're doing these from day to day, I think the best thing to do is skip the initial ones in the beginning, because that way you bring yourself to the border, and then you'll be able to knock off the next mission right away. So for like this one, I would head to like maybe the midpoint of the Atlantean start. So that way, right when I finish this, I can go off and do the Apokoliptian mission. So this is pretty, it seems pretty linear compared to Birds of Prey. I don't know if that's going to be faster or not. 30 for some of these is certainly taking a long time. Like this is not faster than Birds of Prey. Like that was like extremely efficient. Ads are pretty standard. Like this is what you would see in any episode. Like it's pretty much a formality of getting through. Now this might be a bit slower just because it's my first time through this, but my gut feeling is that this is going to be slower than Thanagar. Definitely slower than Birds of Prey, because Birds of Prey seem to give you like a generous amount of points for each interaction. Alright, so we're going to do the Apocalypse one at that border. Fire for those guys. And we're seeing a lot of the NPC types from previous episodes. In that sense, this is almost like a best of DCUO episode. I mean, we just don't have Kryptonians in here. There are timers on these cogs though, so unlike Birds of Prey, there is a sense of urgency, and a shield will help. Look how fast that timer is. So if you're killing these guys slowly,
I must get back to the battle.
you do want a shield, and you also don't want to like knock out one while leaving full health on another. You're gonna want to knock them all out at the same time, so that way you're not being interrupted. This one you have to do relatively quickly because otherwise it takes away your health. So you see the variety here. I'm guessing each zone probably has a variety of 3, because like if this was like programmed like one of the previous DLCs, like any of the medals or like Justice League Dark, each NPC would have given you a random of the 3. But in this Birds of Prey like format, it's just taking those 3 missions and mixing them into one, so that you could do any of the 3 every day. One more. Yeah, I would say this is a bit tedious, but the other thing we're not seeing here is if this is live, there's going to be way more people here. So if there is like a fair credit split, and you have like 10 people going like in linear fashion through these quests, it could be much faster than what you're seeing here. Alright, so there's a 1 player on duty. I'll keep that to a separate video. Okay, so I think there should be 1 more 30 counter. I'll go all the way back to start because I want to get used to going into that portal room. So Ares Invasion. These are the familiar Amazon Fury monsters.
I am in your debt, Upside.
I'm grateful for your help.
Some of this looks like the old Themyscira maps, but I might just be getting disoriented because of the different starting points. Oh no, this is something new, because in the older maps we didn't have anything like, I don't think we had anything that high. It just kind of looks the same. Oh, I want to stay in the red zone.
Dare stand against Ares. You will be annihilated.
Alright, this guy's more points.
I will dance on your grave.
Oh, I think you definitely need a shield.
Do not touch me!
Okay, that's not an interaction. Okay, that was just a timer of my ally converting the Minotaur to another ally. I think my gut feeling on this so far is I would want these counters to be like 20. Because it is kind of getting repetitive, like with 30. I mean, some of them are awarding more, but it's really the time, the total time it's taking. Turn these in and then we'll see what we're left with. We'll also get a feel for what the rewards are because they're not always the same from episode to episode. Like some of them give you the choice of base items, which in the weird way that I play, I collect the base items because I like to stay entry CR for a long time. But some episodes don't give you that option. Okay, so those are the 430 counters.
Hera, Zeus, even Athena.
Alright, so quickly we're just going to go over and see what these dailies reward. Oh, weird. I picked up like 5 collections along the way and no duplicates. That's kind of rare. Alright, here we go. Oh crap, it's all gear. I wanted to see base items. But we'll take a look at some of these because there are changes to the gear. Again, I'm going to try to keep my CR low. So I will open one of them just to see what the style is. I believe they said it's Gorgon Slayer. Or maybe that was the random drop from the bosses. Alright, so we got a dominance mod. And then we've got some bites. And I'm going to open the pants because on the live server I do have the Amazo pants. So it's going to be okay to upgrade the CR on that. Okay, so it's going to be Themysciran Battlesuit. So that will favor the villains in collecting styles because the heroes already have that. So if you're a villain, you're going to be able to collect that without using an unlock. Dominance 38 mod. So we are getting the random generator mods instead of like the box. But I imagine they're going to be more common because we're going to be getting the wrong ones, obviously. But from what I picked up on the live stream, there are different levels of this. So maybe there's like a 38.0, maybe 0.123 or something. I don't know. They previously cleaned that up by making one generator mod level per episode, which I kind of like. Like I don't like the disorganized ones where you get like different levels of them. That just, you know, it puts more different types of loot in the wild. And they're usually not that different in stats anyway. Okay, just wanted to add that along because I forgot to show it before. Alright, that'll do it from here. Stay tuned for more coverage. Thanks for watching.